Hey everybody. I thought I would share a couple clips of me trimming my horse barefoot. This is me getting Cersei. I decided to try and trim her in the field without any halter or lead rope to see how she'd react. Here I'm greeting her and telling her in my own way that I'm going to start working on her toes. I like to show her the tools and give her an idea of what I'm doing. As you can see, she's looking and chewing, kind of processing and preparing herself for what is about to come. Now here you'll see her interact with me a couple times. I don't discourage this behavior, especially since I know this horse very well. It's my horse. I take care of her, I ride her, I feed her, I groom her, I trim her every month. But with other horses I don't know, I'd be a little cautious and get to know them before I just let them bump me. But in general, I don't have an issue with horses checking in with me whenever I'm trimming them. As you can see there, I did part of a trim and I let her feel her foot out. Now I want to show you this. This is really cool. Cersei starts to walk away, but as you can see now, she comes right back to me. This is such a rewarding moment as a barefoot trimmer to see Cersei kind of try out the trim, or just the beginning of the trim I started, and then decide that I wasn't done, and she trusted me enough to come back and ask me to continue to trim. I actually ended up going to the other side, but it just shows that horses are very aware and they are ready to communicate with you in everything. And it's just like the princess and the pea, they feel everything. And the better you are at trimming, the pickier they get, which is both rewarding. It means you're doing a good job, but also frustrating because sometimes the horse will stop and say, hey, you missed a spot. So so no, that moment was really cool, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And as you can see here, she just pulled back and she's trying to tell me she wants to feel out her feet again. She kind of gets away from me there and then says, piss off, and decides to go her own way. This particular day, I decided I wanted to just follow her around and try to continue to trim her wherever she decided, and just see how that went.
I gotta stretch it. I know you're tight.
I will admit that this trim took substantially longer than most, considering that I had to stop every few minutes, let her feel her feet out, and that also gave her the opportunity to walk away from me. So this trim took a long time.
Buddy, you're not. Oh, you. You're not. No, she doesn't like you. What do you think?
As you can also tell, I'm a big softie, and I do like checking in with the pony every so often. So this definitely makes things take a lot longer than they necessarily could.
Of course. Oh, there it is. Let's go follow her. Oh, hi. We're gonna go find her for round 3. Well, she's going to get dinner now because obviously it's almost 4. Oh, there goes Max. I need to finish one of those feet. I don't want to tie her up, but I might have to. We'll see.
So I want to show you most of the process, which requires me to speed up this section of the trim by over 50%. I am just starting to get my stamina up to do multiple horses, so this took me long considering the other factors as well.
One bad cut, and I have to start all over again because she's a pretty princess and I have to be perfect, and every time I have to be better, which is great. She's like, oh, bad cut, I need to go be with my friends now because obviously she's being abused. Very abused and controlled. Don't look at me like that. Now I want to fix that. I don't want to have to do rafting all afternoon, so I'm going to get the nippers. Will you please stay here?
So here again, I am fast forwarding. This is about at 13%. So yeah, this took me a lot longer. But here I am cutting feet. I'm gonna do some cuts between, so you don't have to sit here as long and watch me trim. Though, if you want to see me trim a single foot and try to understand kind of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, let me know. I can make a shorter video just focusing on one foot and not have this big long time lapse. But yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what you want to see. And if you are still with me this far into the video of just watching a time lapse of me trimming toes, congratulations, you're amazing. I love you. Thank you for staying this long. We are in the final stretch here. As you can tell, it got dark. We had to turn the lights on. But this is the last foot and finishing up here, and then she's about to be all done. And before I let her go, I make sure she's calm, she's with me. I like to make sure she checks in with me. She hasn't kind of checked out or zoned out. And I liked her to give me little boops. So I know this is a very long process of getting the halter off and blah, 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 but I think it's cute. So I decided to include it just for me. And in total, I think this took me about 2.5-ish hours, which isn't terrible since the trim usually takes me somewhere between 45 minutes and 2 hours, depending on the horse.
Yeah, I do, actually.